I recently created a robot dance demo with Codex and it made me curious. Could I take that same robot and transform it into a real functional 3D game? So just as an experiment, I used Codex with GPT-5.6 Sol and gave it one detailed prompt to build a playable sci-fi game around my existing robot. Now just a visual demo, but an actual game with movement, camera control, collision, objective, interactive door, sound effect, and a clear mission. In this video, I will show you the complete process from my original robot demo to the first playable version generated by Codex. Let's see what GPT 5.6 Sol can really build. So let's get into it. For this first test, I simply asked ChatGPT, I want to create a real functional game. It gave me a complete breakdown of what the game should include, along with the detailed prompt that I could send directly to Codex. I'm going to copy that prompt now. The prompt starts with, I want to build a complete functional browser-based 3D game called Sentinel Black Site. This must be a real playable game, not a landing page, animation demo, or static Three.js scene. The game is a third-person scientific action and still experience where the player controls a humanoid robot named Sentinel Ash1 inside an abandoned research facility. I also asked it to use a clean and modular architecture that could later support multiple level enemy, weapon, ability, mission, and upgrade. As you can see, this is a very detailed prompt. It includes the development priority, game state, debugging tool, movement system, and everything Codex should prepare for the game. Now let's copy the prompt and bring it into Codex. Okay, I'm going to create a completely new project from scratch. Let's name it Robot Game. Save. Now I will paste the full prompt here. And for the model, I'm using GPT 5.6 Sol. I will set the reasoning effort to extra high and the speed to fast. Now let's submit the prompt and see what it can build. So on the right side, Codex shows us the complete development process. We can see what it's currently working on, which file is in reading or editing, and which command is running. While it's building, we can follow almost everything happening inside the project. Codex is now testing whether the robot can run and move properly. Here we can already see the robot walking inside a basic test environment. This is still a work in progress version. Codex is testing the core mechanic before completing the first milestone. On the left side, we can see exactly what it's doing, including reading file, editing code, and running command. It's also testing the pause, resume, restore, and return system. What is impressive is that we can follow the entire process while coding right and test the code. The game has now passed both desktop and narrow screen browser check, and the console is clean. Codex is also preparing a private deployment, which means I should receive both a playable browser link and a complete local project. The process is taking a little longer because it's building and testing several systems. In total, this first generation took around 15 minutes, so I'm going to let it finish. All right. I think it's finished. Codex say that milestone 1 is complete and playable. It implements a gray box laboratory environment and articulate Sentinel as one character, camera relative movement, printing, jumping, and crushing, a smooth third-person camera with obstruction handling, viewable wall and object collision, a main menu and pause menu, HUD objective tracking, debug information and collision visualization. It also creates a modular architecture for future enemy mission, audio, saving input, and physics system. There is also a central game state life cycle controlling the different part of the experience. Now let's open the browser preview and test it ourselves. I'm going to open the browser preview and make it larger. It looks like I need to click inside the game to activate the camera. Okay, let's move. Let's do something. Can I walk or... Oh, okay, I can jump. I can also use the movement key to walk and turn left or right. So the movement is working, but I'm not immediately sure how to interact with the environment or open the door. I think the game needs clearer instruction explaining the control and what the player is supposed to do. Okay, movement calibration is complete. The next objective say to explore the test chamber. There appear to be an interactive object near the door, but it's not very clear how I'm supposed to use it. I'm going to ask Codex to improve this. I would also like better camera control so I can move the camera vertically, not only left and right. I'm going to ask it to add a proper how to play guide, explain how to open the door, and add some music and sound effect. At the moment, I can move around, but I'm not completely sure what I'm supposed to do next. Okay, now I can already hear some sound. Let's see what Codex changed. There is now an instruction telling me to open the bucket by pressing the E key. I don't want to interrupt the process while it's working, so I will let Codex finish everything. You can now see a clearer instruction interface. Pressing escape open the pause menu, and there is a new how to play button. There is also a sound control that let us mute or unmute the audio. Now we have two clear options. Open the instruction or begin the training mission. This is already much better because the first version was a little confusing. Okay, let's review the second update. Codex add an automatic how to play briefing, clearer objective, a working door interaction, pose control, ambient music, and sound effect. The instruction explain what I need to use. WASD to follow the objective marker toward the north wall. When I stand near the glowing bulkhead control, a prompt should appear telling me to press E. So the control are now clearly explained. So use WASD to move, hold shift to print, press space to jump, press C to crush, press escape to pause or resume, press M to mute or unmute the sound. Use the mouse to control the camera. I can also use the visible pause, sound, and how to play button. The music starts after pressing play, and Codex adds sound effect for footstep, jumping, door, movement, menu, and mission completion. The debug panel also includes optional testing shortcuts, but those can be ignored during normal gameplay. Once the calibration mission is complete, the next development milestone will add the energy cell, elevator, enemies, and reactor mission. All 5 automatic check have passed. So let's test the update version. Alright, I'm going to play the game directly from the local project. First, let's open the how to play menu. The training mission has 3 sample steps. Cross the laboratory, open the north bucket, complete the movement calibration. Underneath that, we can see all the keyboard and mouse control. Everything is much clearer now. Let's close the instruction and begin the mission. Okay, now the camera is working properly. I can look around with the mouse and see the entire 3D environment. Nice. I can walk, jump, and explore the laboratory. Now I reach the door. The interaction prompt appears, so I will press E to open the bucket. Nice, the door opened correctly. The movement calibration is now complete. I successfully moved Sentinel H1 through the laboratory, opened an interactive bucket, and reached the corridor. This is only the first playable milestone, so it's not yet the complete game. The next milestone will add an energy cell, a functioning elevator, enemy, and the main reactor mission. For a first generation from one detailed prompt, this is already a strong foundation for building a complete browser-based 3D game. After passing through the door, I reached the calibration complete screen. But there are only 2 options, play again and main menu. So it looks like the game ends there and here. Even though the screen mentioned an energy cell, enemy, and a reactor mission. I'm not sure why nothing happened next. So I'm going to ask a screen. I'm going to take a screenshot and show it to Codex and ask, why do I only have 2 options, play again and main menu, and nothing happened next? Okay, Codex explained that only the short calibration tutorial has been implemented so far. The text about the energy cell, enemy, and reactor is only describing planned content. Those parts of the game do not actually exist yet, so I'm not doing anything wrong. The next gameplay milestone simply has not been built. Since I asked it as a question, Codex only gave me an explanation instead of modifying the project. This time, I'm going to give it a more direct instruction. Expand the game beyond the calibration tutorial, add a continue button, and build the next playable mission so the game does not end here. Continue with the energy cell, search, elevator, enemies, reactor, restore, lockdown, and extraction sequence. Make it feel like a complete playable game. Now let's submit that and see how far Codex can expand the game. Alright, let's see what Codex has added. The main menu already looks different. Instead of only having the movement calibration tutorial, we now have start, restore, the reactor, continue laboratory, movement calibration, how to play, and the setting menu. So Codex didn't just add another button, it created a larger mission structure for the game. I'm going to select start, restore, the reactor. Now we have a complete mission briefing with 8 objectives. First, we need to find the energy cell, power the elevator, reach the control room, hack the terminal, defeat the guard, restore the reactor, break the lockdown, and finally reach the extraction point. It also adds more gameplay control. I can now fire a weapon with the left mouse button, kick enemy with V, dash with Q, and use the scanner with F. Okay, let's begin the mission. The first objective is to locate the energy cell. I can see the objective marker, so I'm going to follow it. At first, I thought I need to use this elevator, but it's still locked. The prompt say I need to inspect it, but it looked like I had to find the energy cell before I can activate it. Ah, there is it. I'm going to press E to collect it. Nice. The objective has automatically updated. Now I need to bring the energy cell back and use it to restore power to the elevator. Let's install it here. Okay, the elevator is now powered and the next objective is to reach the control room. This already feels much more like a real game because every objective connects to the next one. Now I'm entering the control room area and it looked like Codex also added enemy. There is a security drone attacking me and I can see my integrity and energy bar at the top of the screen. But now, instead of the game simply ending, we have a proper system failure screen. I can respawn at the control room, restore the entire mission, or return to the main menu. So Codex also add a death system and checkpoint. I'm going to try the mission again. This time, I already understand the beginning, so I can quickly collect the energy cell, restore the elevator, and return to the control room. For this final update, I asked Codex to fix the repeat enemy message, improve the combat and response system, add more environmental detail and better texture, and expand the game beyond the current mission. This time, the overall game has improved a little, with more environmental detail and better texture. The guidance is also much clearer now. In the bottom right corner, there is an objective panel that tells me exactly what I need to do next. It also shows the distance to the objective marker, so I know where to go and how far away the item is. This makes the game much easier to understand and follow. Alright, that's pretty much it for this video. It's only the beginning of the game, not a complete finished project. I mainly started for fun because I was curious to see how far Codex with GPT 5.6 Sol could transform my original robot demo into something playable. And honestly, it's pretty cool to see that it already has movement, objective, combat, enemy, sound, checkpoint, and a mission system. Of course, there are still a lot of things I could improve, especially the visual, animation, environment, combat, and overall gameplay. Instead of trying to build the entire game at once, my next goal would be to create one complete and polished episode 1. Let me know what you think about the result and what I should improve next. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.